the.invisible.soul.project video. I'm back out for another camp. Let me take this rucksack off. There we go. It's a big 120 litre one, that one. I'm back outdoors today. This time I'm going to try a different setup. I'm trying to find the best way for me personally to sleep when I'm outdoors. I don't sleep very well in hammocks because I'm a side sleeper, but I do like being out in the open in an hammock. So I'm mix and matching that, because the best sleep I ever had was actually just on a camp mat with a sleeping bag over me. That was when I was up in the Peak District at Stanage Edge, and I slept under a boulder, and I had a great night's sleep that night. So I'm going to try and recreate it a bit, but also have a bit of shelter. So I'll show you what setup I'm going for once I've got it all sorted. So, bring you back in a moment. Hello and welcome back. Oh, that took me a while to get set up today for some reason. I've got my main camp outside area there, away from the sleeping area. That's what I'm going to be trying out later. That is in fact a metal folding barbecue that folds into like a lunch case type thing. Not tested it yet, I've had it for over a year, so it'll be interesting to see that. So barbecue for tea, bags and stuff. And over here is the setup I went for. It's basically like I did want to have the front end open, but there was no suitable wood to prop it up, like a lean-to. But there was no decent wood to prop it up with. It's all a bit damp and rotten, so and it is quite breezy today. So other than that, so I've gone with the A-frame. The difference is in sleeping. It's got my hammock under there. I'm going this way because I have a bit more headroom. And going in, I have this, which is just the inner of my Sapphicus one man. It's been a good little tent, this one man. I've used it quite a few times, but today I'm just using the outer to give me that feeling so I can still see outside and still feel the air, and hopefully this will give me the feeling of being in a hammock but being able to sleep. So inside the setup I've got just the thin silver foil mat down. I've got my Origin air mat, which is again a budget one, but it's never let me down, and it's quite a thick one. It packs up quite small as well. I've got the DD02 sleeping bag, my little travelling pillow, and this is one of the things that I wanted to talk about, is that I've not seen anyone else do it, even the big YouTubers. Not unless they have, then please forgive me, but I don't like the feel of air mats. I find them uncomfortable. I don't like. So what I do is I bought a cheap fleece sleeping bag liner, and as you can see, I put it over the air mat and zip it up over the air mat. So I've got more protection underneath the air mat, and I've got a nice fleecy top to lie on, which also helps with warmth, and I don't have that horrible air mat feeling. So yeah, get yourself a cheap fleece sleeping bag liner and just zip it over your air mat once your air mat's inflated. It gives it extra protection and extra warmth, and if you're like me, you don't have to feel the air mat underneath you. Because I've set my sleeping bag out like that, but I don't generally use them zipped up. I usually make a foot box and then use them like a quilt. It gives me a bit more freedom. I mean, I'm a big lad, I'm 6'4", and you know, not the skinniest of chaps, so I prefer that to being in a sleeping bag. But the quilts are ridiculously expensive, and like I say, I'm all about the budget gear. I just can't afford stuff like that, so I improvise. But yeah, this is a setup, and this Sapphicus one man, I think it was about £46 when I bought it on Amazon. I had a look and you can't seem to get them on Amazon anymore, so I don't know where you get them from. But you know, it has alloy poles. You know, it's got the fly sheet obviously, which have 2 vestibules, 2 doors, and the hydrostatic head is 3000mm. So yeah, so that's my little setup. And also, what you usually find with a modern man tents is they're really low or not very wide, like the Bobcat. But this one fits me comfortably. I have room. I can even get some things down the side, and it's big enough for me. And like I say, I'm a big bloke and I'm 6'4", and I can sit up in it, and you know, even pack away my sleeping system in there. It takes a bit of doing, but you can do it, so you don't get wet if it's raining. So yeah, that's my setup for today, and hopefully it'll give me a better sleeping experience. So I'll bring you back a bit later. Cheers. Well, I've just sat down for a well-earned drink. I'm having a Joy for Mango Session IPA. Never had it before. It has got like a fruity hit to it. Wouldn't quite say it was mango, but it's definitely fruity. Just sat here listening to the wind in the trees. It is quite blustery today, but it is been the warmest day of the week so far. We're up to about 14-15 degrees today. That's centigrade for anyone who's watching it from abroad. So I'd like to thank everybody who has subscribed to my channel. Up to a grand total of 18 so far, but you know, these things take time to build. And thank you to everybody that's liked, commented and viewed it. Speaking of comments, let me know if you think that's a good idea with the sleeping bag liner. I've honestly not seen anybody else do that, and like I say, it came into my head because I don't like the feel of the mats, so, and it does make a difference to warmth. You know, it's always nice to lay on a nice piece of fleece, and it adds that extra layer of protection to the air mat as well. So yeah, so if anyone else out there's done it, let me know, or if anyone's going to try it, let me know. In the meantime, I'm just enjoying this blue sky, this sun, and the wind in the trees. The sun starting to sink a bit now, still about an hour and a half of daylight rest, I would say. So I'm just going to sit back and enjoy it. Hope you're enjoying your day too. Well, I'm back, and it's time to get this barbecue on. I think the sun's in a nice position in the sky, so that'll do me. We got is this. It is from the range. It cost me, I think it was £18. So we undo it and have a look. First of all, the legs fold out. There's your legs, and then it folds out like so. Inside you have the grill and ashtray. The ashtray just drops down, and then it should go back into the bowl, and the edges over the edge, just like that. And then we'll lift the grills on like a swinging mechanism. I'll turn it around the other way actually, because that's the way I want it facing. And there we go. Let's pick you up. There you can see that's what the grill looks like. The grill swings up and down. Now what we need to do is get some charcoal in there. So that's what I'm doing next. Well, as you can see, the barbecue's lit. Now I've just got to wait for the coals to be ready for cooking. So far, so good. Well, it looks like the meat is ready. Having it with some Idahoan bubble and squeak mash. So let's just put that down there a minute. And let's see, some nice juicy pork. And if I can get hold of it, a nice sirloin steak. And there we go. Yeah, so the barbecue works. Nice and easy to set up. Obviously going to leave it to cool now. I'm not going to cook the sausages because I've got enough there. I've got 2 pieces of pork and a steak and mash, so yeah, I won't be cooking them. I'll have them for tea tomorrow maybe. Anyhow, I'll bring you back in a minute. Well, time to taste. Time to taste the best time. Hang on, I've got a spoon here. I don't need a spoon. Oh, there we go. Right, let's cut a bit of this pork. Pork's really soft, nice and tender. And the mash is okay. Now to try a bit of this sirloin. See if it's cooked. Oh yes, perfect. Simple meal. Mash, a couple of barbecue pieces of meat. Nice and easy. Barbecue worked well. The meat's tasting good. The sun's starting to set in the sky. I'd like to do a time lapse, but unfortunately I haven't got an all singing dancing camera, so I can't. But maybe I'll capture one on my phone, who knows. Anyway, I'm going to sit back, enjoy my tea, and I'll bring you back later once the darkness starts to pull in. Hope you're having a good time yourselves. Get yourself outdoors. Hello people, back again. I'll bring you back. It's my favourite time of the evening at the moment. It's twilight. I can still see the glow of the sunset over to my right hand side over there. To my left it's getting dark and I can see the first couple of stars have appeared. Just having an IPA with my bottle of wine briefs. I got my fairy lights up, got my lantern on. No fire tonight. Just going to chill in the darkness and enjoy the twilight. The bats are out. There's no point in me trying to film them because this camera won't capture them. But there's quite a few bats out tonight. It's nice to see them out again after the winter. You can hear the wind in the trees. All the pheasants are going off as they come into roost. And yeah, it's quite peaceful, very peaceful in fact. Just chilling, resting the head from the rat race. My last day off tomorrow, so tomorrow I'll be spent preparing pack up and getting showered and changed and getting all my gear ready for work. Not that I want to go back, but I can't seem to win the lottery, so I suppose I'll have to go and earn a few shekels. I mean, what's your favourite time of day? Tell me in the comments. I mean, do you prefer the sunset, which I've got a couple of photos of? Do you prefer the night? Do you prefer the twilight? The sunrise, the morning? It's a good thing about being outdoors, you get to see it all and you don't miss any of it. So anyway, I'm just going to sit here, have my drink, contemplate life, enjoy the stars and the bats and the noisy pheasants. Hope your evening's going as well as mine. Catch you later. Well, I'm back. Obviously it's pitch black now, that's why I've had to put the IR on. It's chilled down quite fast now, and that's why I've laid up. It was mild today, but it's a chilly one tonight. But the advantage of that is the skies are clear, so if I look up above the canopy of the trees I can see the stars. There's some really nice stars going on, so that's not so bad. Some sort of exercise going on at the local air base. I think it's probably to do with obviously with it all kicking off in Iran and stuff. I think they're doing exercises, so it looks like I might be in for a noisy night actually, but at the moment it's very nice. I've been watching the bats, drinking my wine and just generally chilling. I've moved my fairy lights from the trees over towards me tent inner. Like I say, it's just the inner tent tonight, no outer, because I'm under a tarp, and hopefully that'll help me sleep. I think it's going to be a good night for sleep because I like the sound of the wind in the trees as well. So, well, what's going on with this hood? It won't stay in place. What's everybody else doing tonight? Is anybody else out in the wild having a camp? Or are we all stuck in front of the TV watching Emmerdale and Coronation Street? Although I don't suppose it matters where you are. I mean, if I wanted to I could watch Coronation Street and Emmerdale on my phone. They are the only two things that I watch on TV. I'm not a big TV fan. That and the old reruns of Robin of Sherwood, because that's my thing. I like most of the Robin Hoods, to be honest, and I like the idea and the thought behind the character Robin Hood. So it sort of like relates to me, justice and stuff. Not that there's much of it in the world these days. I think that's probably why I do the job that I do as well. I've been a response driver for a security company. I get to go out to the alarms if they've been broken into, or more often than not it's spiders or the wind or rain or whatever's triggered them off. But there is just that thing there. I've got this strong sense of justice where it really annoys me when justice isn't served, so it's just a little bit of personal information about me. But as for the rest of the night, I'm going to kick back, drink some more of this wine, and I'll probably bring you back when I'm in my tent. Well, my tent inner, you know, ready to get asleep. Enjoy the rest of your night, and I'll catch you just before bedtime. See you. Well, I'm in my tent. Well, my tent inner, under the tarp, ready to go to sleep. It's been a noisy night. I've had shrieking owls, yapping pheasants, the odd jet plane, and yeah, altogether been fairly eventful. I've watched the bats, drank my wine, seen some shooting stars, so yeah, it's been a nice evening. I've enjoyed it. The time's gone really fast. It's coming up to 10 o'clock now, so I'm just going to chill out inside now. I wish the time would go this fast when I'm at work, or it doesn't half drag when I'm at work, but out here time goes really, really quickly. Let me know if you think that time goes quicker when you're out and about, when you're camping, when you're chilling, as opposed to being at work. I mean, I thought time was meant to go fast when you're busy, but Not the case at work. I have quite a busy job, but time drags. Anyhow, I've had a pleasant evening and I'm gonna get a sleep now, so I shall catch you all in the morning. Night everyone, sleep well. Morning people. The noisy birds telling me that it's time to wake up. The sun's just starting to rise. It's looking a nice orangey sunrise out there. So I suppose I should get up and have a look and sit and watch that for a bit. I slept okay. It was nice being out in the open. There's a nice cool breeze coming through the tent this morning. I can hear all the birds. The wind's died off, it's really still at the moment. So yeah, I'm going to get up and have a mooch round. See you in a bit. Well, that's another camp over with. Looks like it's going to be another nice day. Birds are tweeting, sun is shining, and all is good in the world. Well, I suppose I better back off to the car and get the stuff in. And as usual, don't be a camping disgrace. Leave no trace. Anyway, until the next one, see ya.